welcome to that 90s Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, James Tunstall, and today's special guest, well, UK fans can watch her every week on Impact Plus. She's a former Knockouts champion, former Knockouts Tag Team Champion, and 4 times Knockouts Champion. The one and only, she brings the BAM, ODB.
Yeah, bam! What's going on?
Oh, great, thanks. How's it going over there?
Good, thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Awesome. And first thing I want to talk about the food truck. How is things?
It is going good. It was 2020 was my best year ever.
Oh,
and
cool.
I got my dream food truck thanks to the pro wrestling world and Impact Wrestling. And I'm based out of Minnesota, but I just brought it down to Florida for the winter. So I'm here for a couple more months, and then I'll head back up north when the snow melts.
Awesome. So I suppose we'll get to the beginning. So I've read up before, you was a big fan of wrestling during your childhood.
Oh God, me and my brother growing up, we had all the wrestling buddies. I was beating him up in front of his girlfriends. And my mom and dad would take us to independent shows. Because I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and that's where the AWA, the Ganyas, and the Road Warriors. And it was cool to I got to meet a lot of those guys growing up, and then to actually hang out with them in the wrestling business was pretty cool. And yeah, I remember I hated Hulk Hogan, so I'd make a sign that says, "You suck, Hulk."
Awesome. Cool. And last year, I didn't realize it, but last year I was watching Tough Enough season 1, and my favorite thing to do is to spot people in the background. And I'm looking, I'm like, is that ODB? And I'm looking.
Oh, you never knew that?
Yes.
Oh gosh,
I didn't know too before. And so, what was it like being part of the very first Tough Enough? Because you got
that was pretty cool. Because that was 2000, so 21 years ago. Damn. And I remember seeing it on TV, and they're like, if you think you're tough enough, and I was like, yeah, I'm tough enough. And I made a video and got called out to New York, and it was cool. It was a good I had no wrestling experience. I was a quiet little girl. I wasn't exactly ODB back then. I called myself one dirty bitch, but
yeah.
And then it was a good experience. And then it led me to go back home and get trained. And so, yeah, it was a good experience. I'm glad I didn't make the show. Thank God.
Yeah, it worked out for a couple of them, but for the rest of everyone else, we never saw them again. So
exactly,
blessing in disguise.
Yes.
Cool. And a couple of years later, you made your very first appearance in TNA in 2003. So what was it like working the very early shows?
It was so cool because I remember me and Angelina Love, we would hang out backstage because I moved to Nashville. So I knew TNA was there every Wednesday at the fairgrounds, and we would just show up and be like, all right, hey guys, you want to use us? And they weren't using girls at the time,
No.
They're called TNA, but no girls.
Yeah.
Except they're in cages.
Yeah.
But then I got to feud with, Trinity a little bit. And she was fun, very athletic. And yeah, I wish she was still around. And yeah, it was fun back in those days. You look at all of us and all the guys that, were big names in TNA Impact. And it's cool to think oh my God, we've been there since the beginning. Damn.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. And you left for a couple of years. I think you've done some work in OVW, and then you made your return to TNA back in 2007. And that was when the Knockouts division really started hitting its stride. And I know other promotions like to say they've got a women's evolution, but I'm no, it all started with TNA.
Right?
And one of your big feuds, and it was a great feud, was with Awesome Kong. So what was it like working a series of great matches with her?
I loved, because I always looked at it kind of like an Andre the Giant Hulk Hogan feud.
Yeah.
And I was the first one to, pick her up and body slam her. It wasn't pretty, but I did it.
Yeah.
And it was cool. I actually had a lot of fun because I was always the bigger girl.
Yeah.
So it was I loved working her, and it was easy because people were like, oh my God, did that hurt? And I'm like, no, actually, she's probably the easiest person to work because she was so big,
Cool. And one of your notable feuds as well, you mentioned her earlier, Angelina Love and the Beautiful People. It was such a great program. What was it like working them matches?
because I've known Velvet and Angelina since the beginning, since our 20 years, and I loved it because we were so opposite.
Yeah.
And Vince Russo let us do whatever the hell we wanted, and it was cool because we got time for our character, and we all were characters, and that was the best.
Yeah.
And just like, oh my God, I remember some of the stuff like we did, like, shaved your head when, and then they would bring all of us out, and the beautiful people would show on the big screen of how we would look with no hair, and stuff like that it's missing today. Like, it's just fun. I always had a good time wrestling Velvet. We always had our good old street fights.
Yeah. Cool. And one of the storylines I loved the most was you and Eric Young, and obviously you had the in-ring wedding, and I actually mentioned this to EY during the interview I had with him, and you were the Knockouts Tag Team Champions, but you've never lost them. And
the longest reigning champs.
Exactly. Yeah. So you're back in Impact. Would you like to team up with EY one day and reclaim them tag team titles?
Yeah, EY needs to get out of this serious mode and need to bring back EY. So I'll work on that.
Cool. And you started feuding with Mickie James and Gail Kim during their feud as well. And you defeated Mickie James, and that was for your 4th Knockouts title as well.
That was,
so,
yeah.
What was it like? Because Gail Kim is one of the all-time greats, so is Mickie, and yourself included. So what was it like, the three of you having these three-way matches and winning the Knockouts title for the 4th time?
That's actually one of my favorite matches. I remember actually choking out Gail Kim with my bra. I remember taking it out, and that was fun. Though the three of us were so different too, and like Gail Kim would always bring something out of me.
Yeah,
she'd get me out of my comfort zone, and then Mickey's just all around great too. And it was cool to mix our different uniqueness together, and they're two of my best friends, and it's cool to share those memories with us, and we have a good laugh. That's actually, me and Gail were just talking about that last week, about the bra that I choked her with, because then I sold it on eBay. I was like, I can't wear this thing anymore. What the heck?
Cool. And so you left for a couple of years and done some things in some other companies, and you made your grand return and helping out against Deonna and Susan and name slipped my mind. But what's it like working with starting this feud with Deonna Purrazzo, and how does she rank up as a Knockouts champion compared to previous champs in the past?
She has a good look. Like, her presence is very good. We got to get in the ring more, and our chemistry is very solid. Like, I would love to actually work with her more.
Yeah.
But I really, because after all these years, we never crossed paths, so it was cool to get in the ring finally.
Cool. And I mean, we've only lightly gone across your career, but you've been part of so many great Knockouts divisions and like eras. How does today's Knockouts division rank up against, for example, 07, 08?
Well, no, just kidding. That was cool to still have the division represent the Knockouts and how they should, because everyone's so different, unique. I like how there are still characters, which is great. They never lost. The Knockout division actually never lost that. Yeah. Obviously you look at, the originals back in 07, and it was cool. Like, we all had, like, it was awesome. Like, we just had so much uniqueness, and I wish, and there could be so much more. I just think, maybe some of the girls that can work on their character. Like, you need more characters, but they are doing a good job what they're doing now. But it's good to spice it up though with people like me coming back. So it would be cool to have a little Knockout Invasion. Would be kind of cool. Oldies against the newbies.
Well, speaking of invasions as well, so obviously, there's a storyline with AEW at the minute. So how would you feel like, because I think you appeared on one of the Battle Royals for AEW as well, how would you feel if we start seeing some Knockouts invade there and some of their women wants to invade Impact? How would that sound?
I think we all should show up in my food truck and plumb right into that bitch.
It'd be awesome.
I'm up for that. We'll have the Good Brothers drive it in.
Right. So, ODB, we're coming near to the end of the interview. So, my favorite subject topic, and it's the favorite for everyone else, that 90s subject. So, basically, we'll get some personality questions, let the fans know ODB a little bit more. So, I suppose the first question we'll ask you, your favorite 90s movie?
I liked 16 Candles. Was one of my favorite movies. I watched it. Was that 90s or 80s? Shit.
Might be end of it, but I'll count it.
Okay, good.
That's great. And I suppose we'll move it to the TV show. Favorite 90s TV show?
90s TV show. Oh, 90210, baby.
Yeah. I never really got much of it, like over here, but I've heard of it, and I know it was quite big over in America. Yeah.
I have every DVD and every Oh my god, I have their dolls. I think their pillows. Yeah, I was a nerd.
Cool. And I don't know if you're a video game player, but was there a 90s video game what you enjoyed playing?
Pac-Man. And Donkey Kong and Pac-Man. Yeah.
I've got 3 sons, and they still live on Pac-Man and Donkey Kong. So
really?
Yeah, I've got like an emulator, and it's got like Super Nintendos and stuff like that, and they prefer playing the old stuff than the new stuff.
Oh damn! I like that. I like
awesome.
it.
So we're bring it back to the wrestling, and your favorite 90s wrestler?
Favorite? Oh my god, they all were so awesome, very colorful. I just love, boy. I did like the Attitude Era. Obviously, was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of the 80s and 90s, kind of to me, kind of go together.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, favorite night. Oh lordy. I do have to say Stone Cold, I guess, would have to be.
He's a popular answer, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
he kept it good.
Oh, he did. And this is always the tough question. Your favorite 90s match?
Oh lordy.
Yeah, it's always the tough one.
That is a tough one, because I'm like trying to. My years are off too. Crap. I don't have a match I'm not good at that shit.
No worries. We'll get the answer one day back on Twitter once I take this interview. Yeah. Awesome. So thanks very much for your time, ODB. But before we go, do you want to tell everyone where they can find you on social media, etc.?
Yeah, I'm on the Instagram, the Twitter, the Facebook. Look for me at the ODB BAM. And then you can go to my website, odbsmeetandgreet.com, and check out where my food truck will be and when I'll be on Impact Wrestling. Actually, I'll be on Impact Wrestling for a while, so
awesome.
Keep watching.
Great. It was so great. It was so great seeing you come back. So like I said before, one of my favorites.
It felt good to be back. It felt good.
Great. And like I said at the start of the interview, for UK fans, they can watch Impact on the Impact Plus every week, and you can also catch the repeats on 5 stars. So check it out. They're doing great things. But thanks very much, ODB. And hopefully we'll do this again one day.
Yeah, cool. Take care. Be safe.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching the interview. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'm going to have a new thing I'm going to start doing now. So to wet your whistle, I suppose we could say, at the end of each interview now, I'm going to announce next week's guest. So, coming on next week to the show, we've got the prestigious one from Ring of Honor, Mr. Joe Hendry. Had a great chat to Joe, some really, really good stories. The situation of him still being stuck in the UK, waiting to come back to ROH after this pandemic is over. Also got some really, really fun road stories involving himself and the likes of Drew McIntyre and such. So yeah, a really, really great chat. So hopefully you'll be checking in for that one. And also, the big announcement. So, because we finally did it, we've hit 500 subscribers, it's time to announce the winner of the free giveaway of a free copy of WWE Battleground and of a 3-month pass to the WWE Network. So, the winner is Butler Gaming. Congratulations on your prize. Hope you enjoy it. Please message me, DM me on social media, or message me on the comment section below and with your shipping details, and I'll get them sent over straight to you. And for everyone else who entered never won, please don't unsubscribe just yet, because I'm planning on doing another big giveaway. So our next target, I'm thinking, try and hit 750 subscribers. I think it's doable. And once we hit that mark, I'll definitely do another big giveaway. If it's not, if the prizes ain't as great as this one, it's going to be greater prizes. So, till then, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.